Congressman, I don't have many questions. Just a brief statement that as a newly elected congressperson, going back and doing my first town halls in February, and I can remember vividly this on people's minds, the issue of illegal immigration. In fact, one of the gentlemen asked me why we hadn't done anything yet about illegal immigration. I said, and I probably made the mistake and said, well, we've only been in there 52 days, and he said, used a couple of expletives, he said, that's no excuse. So we won't try that one now that we've been in 4 months. But there's I think that we really have to look at the practice side. We have illegal immigration laws, and we didn't do a good job of enforcing those. And I appreciate, Congressman, you and all the hard work you're doing to do something. I just implore us that when we do things, that we do them and we enforce what we put on the books, when we do practical things. I was just thinking, Congressman Chabot, your question about local law enforcement getting in on the act, and as a former sheriff and a person who ran a jail, I can tell you that almost every jail in this country is suffering from overcrowding and probably under federal lawsuits. And to wave the wand and let us start doing that, if we don't build in the things of what we're going to do after we arrest those people, just taking them to our local lockups will not work, and the local law enforcement will not do it. The sheriffs can't handle the load if there's not, the rest of the story that goes with that. Sometimes it sounds good to say, let's let local law enforcement, and the local law enforcement would, in fact, be glad to enforce whatever laws are on the books. But then we have to go to the practice side. What are we going to do with these people once we put them in our jails? How do we adjudicate those? More judges, more prosecutors, and more beds. And it is going to be an awesome responsibility to undertake. They would try, but would
the gentleman yield for this?
Absolutely.
I thank the gentleman for yielding. I was down at the border last summer, and we were talking to some of the folks down there, and they were talking about they would pick up illegal immigrants, and they would basically, rather than process them, they'd take them back over at night across the Mexican border to a town pretty far away from the border. They always did it after dark, and they'd let them out basically at the town square, dozens or sometimes even hundreds. And we asked them, why'd they do it at night? And they said because they didn't want to embarrass the Mexican government, is what they said. So I mean, it's a big problem, and obviously the closer you are to the border, the bigger the problem is. But even in your state in Indiana and my state in Ohio, it's a real problem that we have to face.
It sure is. A lot of discussion. I appreciate everybody's efforts in this problem. Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd yield.